There she is. Don't know if I can get a good angle on this though. He's like right behind that.
Waypoint reached.
Maybe I can actually, right here. Oh!
Our team has taken the lead. Let's get to it.
Alrighty, and here we go. Today we're playing the Colossus, the new tier 8 premium British light carrier. And a light carrier she is pretty slow, 25 knots base. She lacks the armor and the reserves on her planes. The special thing about the Colossus though that everyone should probably know about by now, if you have been someone keeping up to date with how World of Warships is going lately, she has American attack aircraft. And these are the Corsairs, one of my favorite planes in the Navy. And these planes, they actually have AP rockets, and these AP rockets hurt like no other AP rocket that we have right now in the game. We are also taking the skill that improves the AP damage. So we'll see how this game goes. The regeneration is pretty standard, 80 seconds. Reserves though, as you can see, torps and 14 on the bombers. And this is with the full build. So without the full build on stock, just -2 on all your squadrons. So these AP rockets, I believe they have a 260mm penetration, 230mm penetration, something like that. So you can pretty much penetrate a lot of heavy armored targets and actually get a citadel with it. And even if you can't get a citadel, you just nail them for full pens. Look at that, 17,000 damage on the Schroeder. Full pins as well. Now the Schroeder has to turn out here, or else she eats way too much damage. So we're gonna sacrifice a little bit of planes for that chain strike. Try to get that Schroeder under pressure, but unfortunately 5 ricochets, but that's no biggie at all. We have the Dyson that's pushing in mid. Tashkent 39 on A cap. What's the Dyson with right now? Is that an Akatsuki? It is an Akatsuki. So a lot of juicy targets here for our rockets actually. Schroeder and Cleveland, we could just nuke with our rockets. Everything else we could just go for raw penetrations. Nothing too scary in terms of anti-air. Let's actually farm out this Dyson here. But yeah, this carrier has been a hit or miss for me. I did put a bit of hate on it. Made a bit of a scene on the official WoW servers. Because to be honest, I have not gotten a very good game in terms of, not in terms of high damage output. You can do that in pretty much any carrier. But in terms of carry effectiveness, carry potential, and that's the one thing I feel like the Colossus actually lacks significantly compared to the other carriers that we have in the game. Specifically because, well, as you can see there, these 2 last strikes on these bombers, I did get quite good RNG and my bombs did connect for the most part. We got a fire on both strikes, but that's not always the case. These bombers honestly are just so tragic. I don't really like using them at all. For the most part, I like to just cycle between the rocket squadron and the torpedo squadron, just because of consistency. If I want to go for like a fire or just waiting for the game to just cycle out, just waiting for something to happen, like ships are spacing out more, I would generally try to just go with the bombers, just because of the fact that I don't really mind throwing them away. And let's see if we can get a torpedo strike on this Colorado. These torpedoes, they have the best arming distance in the game, tier for tier. Now, I believe it goes down to like 290, 280 or something, and that's extremely powerful for a carrier of this tier, because you can pretty much secure a hit with even though the target is turning. We can actually snag a hit on this cleave, and I believe here too. And let's load up our rockets. Everyone's over there, so let's move over. Try to get some hits off on this cleaving with our rockets. You see there, we did land a torpedo just because the armor distance is so short that you can just drop it on turning ships and just consistently hit them. And that's one really good thing that I love about an aircraft carrier. Looks like the Colorado is going to be having some fun with the submarine. And let's see if we can go ahead and go for the Cleveland. He's using the FA, but we're going to still go for this anyway. Unless she's turning towards me. I think that's what she's doing right now, so let's actually ditch. Let's instead go for the Akatsuki. Up at our Leningrad. And we nail him there. Nice. So yeah, these rockets are very consistent. As long as you can get the broadside or even like an angled destroyer, you can deal consistent damage, very good chunks of damage every single strike. Good amount of penetrations and exactly what we want out of our strikes. Now here we go for the Cleveland. Come on. I think that looks good. That looks really good. There we go. 2 Citadels. He did turn, and Cleveland Citadel is pretty trolly, so I'm pretty happy with that. 6 minutes in, 82k for a light carrier. I think this is actually going out. It's turning out pretty good for us. We lost all of our destroyers except for one, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and try to deal with the destroyers slowly. Let's try to play around A and B, honestly. I mean, C cap we are able to cap it, but we're gonna have to deal with this soon. Because the fact that we don't have destroyers on our side is very big downside. And unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna have enough. No, I think we're gonna have enough to go with this next strike. Nice, we do. We gotta make it quick though. And I think she is dead. Beautiful. Nice. It's just the power of AP rockets, and this brings the level of consistency of these AP rockets is very reminiscent of the old MVR days. For those of you who don't know, Method von Richthofen was nerfed quite heavily multiple times, and they basically kind of ruined the angle of the AP rockets at which they fire and hit the target, making it very hard to really Citadel targets consistently. You basically have to aim it perfectly, get it hit or miss pretty much. But these rockets on the Colossus, they are very powerful because your reticle is actually further ahead of you, which makes it so that the machine guns, despite them being existent, it basically makes it so that the angle is sharper and lets you get a better hit on the broadside of the ship. There you go. Let's snag that kill. Let's see if we can cap A cap and see what we can do here. We are a bit behind, but see what we can do. I'm going to tell the Iowa to not push.
Retreat now. Torpedoes dead ahead. Get back. Torpedoes direct front.
Actually, I'm going to have to just help him out here.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. Concentrate fire on the designated target.
We have to deal with the NC before the Iowa dies. Iowa is very healthy, so we should be able to catch the NC. There's a submarine over there. Now the one thing, as you can see here, one of the downsides of Colossus is that squadrons on the torpedo bombers and the carpet bombers, they're very slow. You can see here cruising speed is 130. Sped up is what, 158 or something like that. It's very tragically slow, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get this strike off on this NC because we got a Nizushimi with AA on. And because I'm out of engine boost, this is actually kind of annoying. I should be able to actually. Nice, we should be fine. We get this engine boost because the last gas with this plane dies. Nice, start it. We can pop a heal once HP turns yellow. Nice. And let us deal with the NC. Goodbye NC, and hello FDG. So a lot of clips that have been going around is people not only nuking another cruiser, but also another carrier. In this case though, Lexington has the side armor, so we won't be able... Oh, that's a Kraken for me right there. If we can get it, please. But the a lot of clips going around Colossus being able to CV snipe very easily. And for me, even though I don't like CV sniping as much, I mean, Colossus just does it so easily. Especially on a tier 8, so even if you can't really Citadel the other carrier, you can chunk it for a good amount of HP just with your penetrations alone. Is this a Kraken for me? It looks like it is. And boom. Nice. Kraken. Let's go ahead and strike this FDG now. Show you the full power of this. And we actually lose a plane, but it's okay. We get some pens on this. Nice. 5k. 4.5k actually. Let's deal with the destroyers. What you can do with the torpedo bombers, because the arming distance is so low, you can actually take a gamble and try to torpedo the destroyers. The range of these torps is only 2.4k though, so trying to go ahead and do your own little cross drop is going to be a little bit difficult. But if the destroyer is just in a crossfire, you'll be able to pretty much nail them with torps. I believe the arming distance is 260. I'm gonna have to double check on that. But yeah, the Colossus, I mean, right now it's only available through bundles, random bundles, which is pretty annoying. I don't like how they're doing that with every single new ship. I don't know why you can't just buy it. I mean, it's just weird. But a lot of people seem to do like playing the ship. I personally, I mean, it's a hit or miss. If it works, it works, but I would much rather play a different carrier. I just can't stand the slow planes, slow speed of this ship. And also just the fact that you're pretty much mainly playing for the AP rockets. Your torpedoes are usable, but small reserve size, slow plane speed, 2 squadron attack per flight. Pretty annoying. It's kind of reminding me of the Aquila, but except the 2 torpedo strike is on, or the 2 attack strike is on the rockets. And those have very high alpha. A lot of planes on there. Can we even get this? I don't think we can because the island's in the way. Yeah, we can't. Just drop a fighter and spot him that way. We could go for the FDG, but honestly, I kind of want to just deal with the destroyer. Gotta get this Benham. Fighter's gonna loop around and spot him one last time, I believe. Yep. And good chunk there. 3.7k, 4 pens. And now we know where he's gonna be. He's gonna try to angle towards the island here, so we'll get him. Oh, he's actually sailing towards the Shiratsu. Okay, well that's fine. We'll just let the Shiratsu deal with him. Go ahead and strike the FDG and then go straight towards the corner of the map, because I think that's where the carrier is. 111 damage. Sorry, 111,000 damage. 5 kills. I mean, I guess this pretty much showcases what the Colossus can do. Not an insane damage number game, but it's fine. At least we win, right? I would love to showcase like an insane damage game, but just, I don't know. I can't stand this carrier as much. I don't want to be too harsh on it. Maybe I'm just like, the carrier is still fairly new. I haven't played it in testing, so I'm still learning, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure this is how the carrier plays. Maybe if I play a little more aggressively, push up a little bit closer because of the slower planes. This does have 11.4 kilometers of concealment, which is pretty insane for a carrier at this tier. So yeah, I mean, if you guys did get the Colossus, what do you guys think about this carrier? Things that, you know, some tips you guys have, just throw them down in the comments. Helping out other players who just received the ship, even me, because I feel like I'm just playing the ship wrong. I don't know. I did go on a rant about it on stream the other day, and I feel like I'm being a little too rough to this carrier, but I don't know. A lot of times people just seem to talk about this ship when it comes to the CV sniping or nuking cruisers, but they don't really talk about the torpedo bombers and the carpet bombers, because I don't really see a way to carry a game if nothing gives you broadsides. So the game is about to come to a close here, and thankfully it's just an aircraft carrier left. The submarine, I don't really think he's going to be doing much. It's going after the Bismarck maybe. Cleveland says that the submarine is riding the map border. Nice. Ah, 124,000. Pretty sure we're going to be able to get like maybe 5k more. Bismarck lands a good shot maybe. Nope, Bismarck is dead. Never mind, we have 20k for ourselves. Who knows, maybe I'll come to enjoy this carrier as time goes by, play a little bit more, just like how I did with the Aquila. I still have to do an Aquila video. Maybe I'll do that next. Who knows? It is a 3-day weekend, so we could try doing that next, because I really love the Aquila now. Very different from how I first talked about her back in my first video of the Aquila, for sure. 17 hits. Nice, good chunks of damage. 138,000 damage this game. And I think that Colorado salvo that's right there is gonna finish off the Lexington, I bet. And it does. So, where's the submarine? That is the question. Oh well, the game is over, so probably just gonna skip to the end scorecard. We'll just edit it out in the post-recording. Alrighty, and here we go. 138,000 damage, 11 torpedo hits, 29 bomb hits, and 60 rocket hits. We landed 4 citadels, 1 flood, and 2 fires. We got a Kraken as well. Look at that, and Confederate. Managed to get 2,000 base XP, and pretty much just stomped their team. I mean, it could have been a loss. It did look like it was going to be a loss, but thankfully, nothing bad happened too much, so I can use this video. 16-minute game. Let's see how many, what's the damage at? 51,000 damage from the rockets, so definitely your rockets will be your main source of damage for the most part. I don't think you want to rely too much on fires and floods, unless you get lucky, of course. But yeah, 30,000 damage to the Colorado. We did nail him with torps. 15,000 with 5. Cleveland, we chunked him a good amount. 27,000 with 16 rocket hits. Sorry, 23. We landed 1 torp on him as well. So yeah, there we go. Let me know what you guys think about this carrier. Maybe I'll come to like it. Who knows? Maybe I'll make more videos of it. But for now, I think it's pretty mid at tier 8. I mean, probably rank it higher than the Implacable. But then again, Implacable does have pretty good rockets. So we'll see. Anyways, you guys have a good one. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know. I'll probably do another video on this sometime on the weekend, because it is a holiday weekend, so maybe we'll just be recording. Who knows? I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.